What is up, everybody? It's Reverse TV here today, and we're gonna talk about PlayStation State of Play. I didn't get a chance to watch it live because I was at work, because I'm a little late to the party. But as soon as I got home, the first thing I did was watch the State of Play, and I have to say, I thought people were gonna be glazing this State of Play because the first thing, because I did see that they announced like a Marvel game. I saw that first. I thought people were gonna be glazing this one, but no, I'm actually surprised. Most people did not like this State of Play. Because Jeff Key did a little poll. This is 18.9% said the State of Play was a grade of an A. 26.6% said this was a grade of a B. 24% said this was a grade of a C, and 30.5% said it was a grade of a D. So most people said this was like a C or a D type of state of play event, which I gotta agree with. There was a few games I was interested in, but the most of the time I was like, this is kind of boring. Just watching some of this stuff, like when I'm going through indie games. Kind of boring, to be honest. Few games I'm interested in buying, but for the most part, this was a pretty boring showcase right here. So, without further ado, let's go through some of the games they showed. The first one was Lumines. This was a classic PlayStation title. I guess they're doing more with their classic PlayStation titles like this, like an indie style game, which is okay. Not my cup of tea. And a lot of these games they showed, I think a lot of these games are gonna be multiplayer as well, because it's on a showcase. They make you think it's an exclusive, but I think this game right here, Pragmata, is gonna be on Xbox as well. This is like the over-the-shoulder sci-fi Dead Space looking game, but you fighting this like robots, and you got the girl over your shoulder helping you out. So this game looks fun. I'm definitely gonna play this on Xbox, but this looks pretty cool that they had those. They had, I'm trying to see what else they showed that was interesting. Oh, Romeo is a Dead Man. When I first seen this, I'm like, hey, this looks like Shadows of the Damned, a 360 game that, it's a cult classic. It looks similar to this. It got the same style. It's made by the same people, Suda 51. So I'm like, this looks very similar to that. Like the same, jokes and everything like that. It looks very similar to that. And I love that game doing 360. So this is like the spiritual successor in a way. We got the same style as well. Which I'm probably gonna buy this game, but the bad part, the people didn't buy the other game. They didn't buy the Shadows of the Damned game, but so I don't think this is really gonna change in this generation. I think this is more like a cult classic thing with these style of games from Suda 51. So, I mean, I enjoy them, but a lot of people don't buy these games. But looks like a cool game in my opinion. I don't know if this is gonna be multi-plat, but I'm pretty sure this probably is gonna be multi-plat. Silent Hill F. More of this. This looks cool. Not really into the horror games like that. Unless it's like action horror. So, not my cup of tea, but this looks okay. This is probably one of the standout games in my opinion. Bloodstain. This was like a Castlevania looking game. Me, I don't care. I really don't care. Like, I know some people like these style of games, but it's like we pay $500 for these systems, $500+ for these systems. I don't want a game that looks like this. I mean, I don't know. I guess that sounds bad to some people, but spend a lot of money on these systems. I want a game that's gonna be a big budget. I mean, there's a few, sure. You got some of these games that's like one-off, where it's like it goes back to these style graphics, but for the most part, I want big budget games, to be honest. But this looks okay. Looks like just a cool time waster until the big stuff comes out. But now this is a game I'm interested in. Each time they show a Digimon RPG game, count me in. It's like, since I was a kid, there's been this big debate between which is better, Pokemon or Digimon. I always said Digimon was better. The games are better. The actual anime is better in my opinion. Everything about Digimon is better than Pokemon in my opinion. But, Pokemon's way more popular, even to this very day. But this game I'm definitely buying day one. I gotta support this franchise. Yeah. Let me see, what else? Final Fantasy. I'm mad they spent time on this. Like, this is just a remaster of a PS1 game. Like, sure, I might play this, but I'm not spending more than $30 on this. The Final Fantasy game. Like, it's like a remaster game from 1997. Like, you're like, okay, do they really need to spend time on this? I don't know. This is kind of stuff that got me. That I was like bored of watching. Like at this point, like, why are we spending time on this stuff like this? Let me see what else they show. Metal Gear Solid, we know about this already. Another Neo. a Neo 3. I don't think the other two sold that well. Aren't people tired of samurai games at this point in time? It's like I got a little samurai fatigue. I was like, I don't need to play any more samurai games for a long while. It's like the last one I'm gonna play is Ghost of Yotai, however you pronounce it. And that's like, I think I'm done with samurai games for a while. It's like I don't need any more samurai games. It's like that genre is overdone at this point in time. It's like I'm surprised they're even making a third one with so many samurai games out right now. But there you go, Ghost of Yoti. This one that's going out. And meanwhile, since I'm mentioning Ghost of Yoti, they're doing a separate state of play just to do more information about that one. So I guess that's fine. But then this is like the other section I was just bored in. This VR Thief game, which I don't care about. This other indie game, Taz of Tomorrow. I don't know what this is. Another indie game. Astrobot. Extra content. Who cares? I don't know if this is an RPG Sea of Merchants game, but this looks interesting. At first I thought it was like a Sea of Thieves ripoff, but it's like this might be an RPG, so I'm not really sure what that is. What was this one? Sword of the Sea. This was like so many different, like, this is another artsy looking game I don't care about. Don't care. But the main thing that stood out was this James Bond game, James Bond First Light. It was like a younger James Bond. This looks pretty cool. I'm definitely interested in this one. This is probably going to be multi-plat. It's probably not going to be exclusive. Looking forward to this one. So definitely going to check this out when it comes out. And the last game they showed was Marvel. What was this called? Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. Made by the people who made Dragon Ball Fighter Z or Dragon Ball Fighters. Apparently they ditched Capcom to make this. Which is like, why? Why did they ditch Capcom? Because they had one bad game, Marvel Infinite. That game didn't do too well, so he ditched Capcom and made them make their fighting games. I'm not a fan of that. I'm sure it looks cool. It's like an anime style of Marvel characters, but people want to see Marvel vs. Capcom. I was like, this is a classic franchise. It's like, I guess we're done with that, and there's gonna be new focus. I'm not a fan of, but this does look cool. But I kind of want to see Marvel vs. Capcom, to be honest. Marvel vs. Capcom 4 or whatever. So, this is, I guess, is the new one, the new generation Marvel vs. Capcom. But yeah, it was like to a point they were showing like Mortal Kombat collection. I'm like, I don't care about this. Like, sure, I know Capcom got a Street Fighter collection. Other companies got their older games in the collection. I don't care about Mortal Kombat collection. I really don't care. Didn't they even show like baby steps at one point? I'm like, bro, what are we doing here? Why are you showing baby steps at this showcase? I'm like, you're just wasting people's time at this point. So overall, like I said, a few games I'm interested in. Maybe like 3 games I'm actually interested in. The whole showcase, I was just so bored watching that. It was like points I'm like, this is so boring just watching the showcase. But a few games I'm interested in, so I give it that. What are people saying about this? Should have called it State of the Japanese Game Development. Not a lot of Western games shown here, to be honest. Finally got a good state of play. Okay, some people are liking it. State of Remakes. I'm just really shocked that we saw that Final Fantasy Tactics game. Like, really, a PS1 game being remastered. Who cares about those? Like, sure, $20 and $30 might check it out, but other than that, I'm not paying more than $20 or $30 for that Final Fantasy game, that remaster. 10 minutes of talk for Tokon is crazy decision. The rest was pretty boring, aside from a few standout titles. Whole show felt unnecessary this time. Okay, somebody said it was a solid A. D, like usual, PlayStation peak last gen. Would have been a B if not for the 10-minute talk of Tokon. Which I think Tokon is going to be a PlayStation exclusive. That one might be a PlayStation exclusive. State of Stale. Definitely mixed reactions. Mixed reaction. Like, some people love the state of play, some people just thought it was boring. I'm definitely in the camp that thought it was boring. I wouldn't worry too much about Xbox's shipping games to PlayStation to make up for it. Xbox is mentioned as a PlayStation state of play. Very interesting. Giving it a solid D. State of disappointment. Yeah, people are not feeling it. The PS5 vision has been so lackluster. The players that were dying of thirst for something to come along and finally define what makes this console so great that they take a piss and call it lemonade. Yeah. Is kind of true. Like, we're being honest here. Like, what did they really show? That was a PlayStation exclusive. I think most of these guys will be multi-plus, to be honest. Like, what did they really show? That was a PlayStation exclusive. I don't think they really showed anything. D, anyone who thinks otherwise is straight up delusional. Dog crap showcase. PlayStation needs to make up for it. Never seen a worse state of play in my life. Oh man, where are the big buy a PlayStation games at? I want to know that too. Because once again, why did they show baby steps again? Like, who is? Do the people who made that game got some? Is he black? Does he got some blackmail content over somebody at PlayStation? Like, why do we keep saying baby steps? I don't know. They keep giving that game so much attention at these different showcases, and I'm like, why? Does he have some blackmail material over you people at PlayStation? Like, why do they keep showing that? I don't know. As first it was like a joke, a meme, but now they keep showing it. So they apparently they must think there's gonna be a hot seller or something. I don't know. Hard to see disappointed miss old Sony shows generating massive excitement. Remember when they had an E3? They showed like Spider-Man. Was it like Last of Us, Horizon, and it was a Days Gone. They had like a bunch, like 4 different heavy hitters from PlayStation. Where are those shows at? It was like, this wasn't that type of show at all, and I don't think PlayStation had one of those type of shows in a long time, to be honest. Like, this was very, very underwhelming. It's a good thing. There's a whole week of different showcases. Like, we got this one. We got Jeff Keighley's whatever Summer's Games Fest. Xbox has a showcase. I think there might be another one as well. But this is a good thing we got other showcases this week, because this one was very underwhelming, to be honest. Yeah. And at first I thought I was being like a Debbie Downer, but then I seen this Jeff Keighley post, and most people agree with me. Like, this showcase wasn't that great. So, and there was another, I think it was another post I saw as well, of a person with 546.k views. Says, well, that state of play was insanely underwhelming again. And 5.1k people liked this post. So, a lot of people agree that this showcase wasn't that great. These are some of the highlight games right here. Ghost, Pragmata. I'm probably butchering how to say that name. First Light, 007. Silent Hill F. Yeah, there's a few standout games, but other than that, like, wasn't that great. Let's see. They may as well have made it a PowerPoint. That's how people feel about this showcase. People just hate it because this Japanese game's clearly being the focus. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. Final Fantasy Tactics is the only good thing. Really? That was the highlight for some of these people? Final Fantasy Tactics, an old game from 1997, being remastered, not even remade, but remastered. Yeah, whatever. And I'm not included right here. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I just thought this was very underwhelming. Like, once again, a few standouts, but other than that, I just didn't care for it. Hopefully the other showcases bring more excitement, because this was not it. And people were saying this is like a high-ranking showcase. I don't get it. But I'm going to include it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you like this video. And as always, thanks for watching, and peace.